Nigga. Hi. I hope you're doing it right. Bitches. Shit, niggas. Niggas. Bitches. Bitches. Fucking. Ah. Shit. Thank you. Thank you. Bitches. I think now. Bitches. Nigga. Bitches. Bitches. I appreciate you. Bitches. Nigga. Bitch, no bitch. Fuck your shit. And you got a tap. I can't eat them. Appreciate y'all. Bitch. Fuck. Fuck. Yes. Is this group 7? Yeah. Yeah. Listen, it's freezing out there. Bitch. Hello, Scribbles, how are you? Niggas, dick. Fuck. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I need a couple of scruples. You might be just the person. I need. How can I say this? Listen, the witch is retired. Hi, scapegoat. Please don't call. Please don't call. I promise you it's being taken care of. Please don't call. Please don't call. That's all I could say. Yes, I need all. I need all clips. Also, all altered documentation. Okay? I need that. From previous ones. I got this one. Yes. Please don't call. Please don't call. Don't call the hospital. Not the hospital. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me think about how I want to say this. How many people in here know who Laura Owens is? Let me start there. Sorry. I got this one. I need all priors. I might even have the recent one that made me get more vocal. I might have that. Okay. I need the past ones. Yes, thank you. I should change my shirt because comments are hard for me even. You can't You can't contact the physicians because of HIPAA, okay? What you can do is go over their heads to like a medical board, right? Yes, last October, I haven't dug for it, but I might have last March. But I promise you, listen, y'all, when we went to Cape Coral, we were told the mass reporting is a problem. This is why they don't want to take anything seriously. Ha, fussy. Yes. I also did decide that I'm gonna do the Thanksgiving fundraiser. I'm not doing Christmas. Feisty has it covered. She has wish lists in her bio, and she's got it. So I know that our communities kind of overlap. Go over there. She's got it in her bio. Fuck, I just forgot. Right, listen, but mass reporting is so against, listen, it is so against what I'm choosing to believe a lot of us anyway have as a goal. I personally think everybody should stop watching her. That's my opinion. However, I understand that there is no way to do that. I'm not. Yes, Laura Owens. Laura Owens. Also, if I need any way there's been profit, because that is where the fraud lies, is in the profit of it. Hi, Hot Mess. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, Laura Owens. I love when people kind of kick the door open, and then we have like wish list fraud, gifts, subscriptions, increase in subscription charges, any of that, anything, any time that there has been financial gain off of misleading the public. Hi, Big Banks. You follow me? It might take me some time, but I need it. And sometimes also really quickly, I have 50 families on Thanksgiving. So not really. That's not always true. It's not always true. I forgot what I was just gonna say. I had to shut it down, y'all, because it was getting to the point. I can't help everybody. I can't. The forging medical documents is where I believe there's going to be an issue. I do know that she is. I'm not going to say it publicly, but if you hit me up privately, I could talk about it. But just for me, y'all. I know. Just for me, I know that people are upset because of the current situation, right? But you have to understand that in her mind, there is, well, that too, right? And I'm hoping that the slandering that she does of those medical professionals is around. I forgot what I was just gonna say now. I think that everybody should quit watching her. That's what I think. I know that it's unrealistic because, hi, Lily Grace, I hope you're doing all right. I understand that this is one of those times where people are so mad, right? Boycott her. Don't give her any attention. What does anybody, like, if you're familiar with narcissists in here, right? Hi, Iris, thank you. The best way to affect a narcissist is to starve them of attention. Completely. And I think that, just my opinion, Okay, this is my opinion. I appreciate y'all, but I get super distracted. I'm sorry. She is too delusional to understand. Just report. That would be the only thing that I could say. Report. Keep taking it down. Keep taking it down. She is delusional, and she thinks in her mind that she is famous. If I knew, listen y'all, if I knew how to make people stop watching, I would. I promise you I would. It's freezing. It is freezing out there, y'all. I know. It was snowing in my where my daughter is. Hi, Crystal. And I understand that it's frustrating. I understand that people want to talk about it because they have like real visceral feelings to it. The best way to affect a narcissist is to freeze them out. It's freezing out there, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now, and some of y'all are going to be mad at me because I know that it's cold where y'all are, okay? Feels like 54. It feels like 54. I almost put boots on today. See, it's not just me. But Scapegoat, here's the thing about that, right? Not everybody has the same intentions. And I'm not naive to the fact that some don't have the same goal. You know, somebody said something about Lori Jones to me and how she's done over there. She's done over there. And I know that people try to I understand. I don't want to take away from the women that have experienced real loss, right? Because that isn't my intention at all. I just, in my opinion, cut it off. And here's the truth of it. I also understand that people are super frustrated with consequences and they're waiting to see something happen, okay? I'm here to tell you that all we need is a crack in the door. That's all we need, is a crack in the door. Once that door is cracked, okay, everything starts piling on. Everything. I'm going, you know, it's crazy because I'm going through the documents from my boarding school and the investigations, right? I'm sorry, y'all, I have a cold still. And I see a lot of, now I don't want to say parallels, but and Feisty's doing what she can. And that's the thing, y'all. I know somebody was in my YouTube comments, I don't know if it was yesterday, it might have been the day before, asking me questions, and I'm like, it is. But here's another thing. I know that people were upset about the medicine and her going off her mental health meds. I wouldn't do that with mental health being a crucial part of that safety plan. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay? I know, Ellie, and I wish I knew a way, but not for lack of trying. Not for, it's not for lack of trying. There are people that are on, and I know people hate it, but I know that there are people on the back end that are doing everything they can. Yeah, I don't know, Hope. And I think that's hi, Melissa. I think that's the thing, because that was my opinion. Yes. Yes. That was where I thought this was going originally. Was the pill count, the short pill count. That's what I thought this entire situation was. I appreciate you, Joni. And I understand there is no way that we can control thousands of people. We can't. That it's impossible to do. No amount of influence and I understand that it's frustrating for people that are watching this. I understand. Trust me. I get it. Okay? But if we got on here and started telling people every move that we were making, it would give her warning, right? It would give her warning. Everybody's been warned. And here's the thing, y'all. I know I used to, okay? I used to go into the supporters DMs. It's been a while. I haven't done it since like before Lori Jones, right? Because the truth of it is, to some degree, they're ignoring it. I posted something on my YouTube post tab the other night because I was getting blown up with it, right? She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that she's hurt. She's literally hurting people. She doesn't give a fuck. The only thing she cares about is herself, not even her family or her kid. It's terrible, but it's the truth. And I feel for the people that have experienced real loss. I really do. I'm sorry. I know. I saw it, but I'd have to get up and go to another bedroom. I'm not doing all that. But the people that support her, right? The ones that support her, if you really gave a fuck, you'd be trying to force that girl to get some help. Because let me tell you something, there is no way on this planet I would even let an associate of mine get up on this internet and act like that without doing everything in my power to get them some help. She doesn't want your help. She doesn't believe that she's wrong. Okay? She does not believe. Hi, Princess Sarah. I appreciate you, Joni. She doesn't care. It is about what she wants, what she needs, and that's it. And I feel bad for the women that have to watch this, and it's their trauma that she is exploiting and poking. Somebody that really gave a shit about that girl would be at the courthouse filing documentation to Baker Act her. I don't understand what the problem is here. Because if that were my sister, it would have happened once and it would have been done. I would have been at the courthouse every fucking day. Every day. It's sick. It's sad. I don't know. Does anybody in here follow Denny? Because I really appreciate her. Dog Digital, I also really appreciate that page. I agree. And it's really unfortunate that nobody, people out there, if you're in here, you think that you're her friends, do something to help her. See how she reacts. Hi, Sugar Skulls. See how she reacts. Because she won't listen. She might say that she's going to take your advice, but she's not going to. She already has her motive. So that's where I think it's going to wind up. I'm just being honest. I don't know her TikTok name. Hold on, y'all. I don't know her TikTok name, but I really appreciate her content. Hold on. I sent it to... Sorry, the cats. I sent it to somebody the other day. Thank you. I was just going to pull it up. I sent it and I said, if you don't watch her, you should. Because I really appreciate... Let me go to her channel. It's Denny, DENNI 7173 on YouTube. Oh yeah, I like her. I do. Right, and that's another thing. Hi, Aaron. Thank you. I think that anybody that's been pregnant knows that you cannot. It's not. You shouldn't be having any type of intercourse after that situation. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is a problem, and I know. Hi, Amas.
Hi, how are you, beautiful?
Good. How are you?
How are you feeling?
I feel better.
Good, good. I just, when you brought up the mental health and all of that, I just wanted to touch on, I don't know if you heard her comment this afternoon, but somebody had asked her if her family feels any certain way or, you know, is stepping in regarding her mental health or concerned about her mental health. And her response was, no, my mental health is fine. You guys all seem to think that like I faked this and this and that. You guys want there to be a problem, but I can tell you and reassure you my mental health is fine. Now the safety plan is based a lot around her mental health, right? So her making that comment saying her mental health is fine. I think she just said that her PTSD, she's almost over it. Yeah, she said all of these things in the last couple of days, and if your safety plan is based around your mental health, you're making comments that your mental health is fine. So,
but she also told CPS that the dog ate her Addie's.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So and I think that this is such a, in her mind, okay? She believes she's smarter than everybody.
Oh yeah.
With the 61 IQ, right? She believes that she's smarter than everybody. And I think that is a big part of her issue. And you don't get over PTSD.
No, you don't. You don't. And it just doesn't come in. She was in Walmart. She's like, well, I didn't have anything happen to me in Walmart, so I don't have PTSD issues in Walmart. Ma'am, if you have PTSD as bad as you say, it can happen anywhere, anytime, any place. Like, it doesn't just, you know. And then yesterday, I don't know if you know this, but a woman in her chat turned around and said, I am currently pregnant. You are triggering me and your lies.
I saw a clip of it, and it...
Her response was absolutely vile.
Y'all, I did see that. I think I might have attached it, actually, in the email that I did send yesterday. I just, it's my opinion that the best thing, the best thing to do is to just shut her out.
Yeah. It's just amazing how yesterday and the day before, the way that she was behaving and acting, and then today she comes on and she's perfectly fine. They're going to keep trying. She stole a damn stroller. I'm telling you, she stole that stroller.
That's another thing. Listen, I understand that, like, sometimes, no, they need to be done. They need to be done.
They're beautiful.
I understand that sometimes, like, we weren't all in the top financial, place to have a baby, right? But I think there's a difference when you know that you're not in at all of a any type of, like, you're not in a good financial situation. Like, if you can't go out and buy yourself a fucking coffee, you probably shouldn't be having another baby.
Oh no, she had that DoorDash this morning. She had a fresh Dunkin' Donuts coffee too. But I'm not going to take up too much of your time.
Listen,
but
I want to move on anyway. I don't want to stay on her. I just needed that stuff, and if it's something, I understand that if I ask publicly, the proof just flies in.
Well, you're gorgeous. I love you. I'm going to drop. I'm glad you're feeling better.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much. No, and that's another thing too. I did want to touch on that. Thank you, Panini. My kids have never seen me cry. Do you want me to repeat that? That was emotional abuse. That's what that was. Emotional abuse. Well, right. Thank you, Red. You're right. But so let me back up. I can remember, like, you gotta remember, like, I was in active addiction when my kids were little, right? I would hide in the bathroom and cry. Like, I would never expose my young kids to that type of, it's abuse. And the poor kid, are you okay? Are you okay? Why does he think that there are babies in heaven? and I don't know about y'all, but I didn't struggle with infertility or loss, but I would feel, this is just my opinion, okay? If I had struggles with loss and infertility, there ain't no motherfucking way I'd be hopping on this internet and telling the entire world that I was pregnant at 4 weeks. No. I would wait. And you could be guaranteed that if this app was the source of my PTSD, you wouldn't see me until I passed 20 weeks. Right? It's stress, right? Call me crazy, you know, but she would also be the only person I've ever seen with PTSD that intentionally triggers themselves. The first. Most people with PTSD, CPTSD, they avoid triggers at all costs. They don't intentionally put themselves into a position that would be triggering. It doesn't happen. So, there's that. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second, because I didn't want to stay on her. Hold on.
Hey, I know you don't want to stay on her. I know you don't. But I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that any way I can help here locally, let me know. Because that might be a situation where it's going to be take local stuff and we can work behind the scenes. I don't mean spying anyone that's thinking that. That's not what I'm talking about.
You're good. I'm going to I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, message me. I did. I don't know if you knew about the tortoise thing that she had done. Okay, so she actually put a tortoise, a protected species of Florida tortoise, a gopher tortoise, in a beverage cooler in her car, and then moved it and almost threw it in the water. Long story short, I am a tortoise and turtle rehabber in Florida. So when I saw that, I knew immediately who to reach out to. And I also did reach out to Florida Fish and Wildlife and all that stuff. Yeah. There is an open case with that. And they did contact me this morning and said that they have tried to reach out to make contact with her and gotten no replies back.
I'm sure. Right. She doesn't answer her phone unless it's suspicious text messages.
Right. So that doesn't mean she gets away with it. So that there is more in that. And as I find out stuff, I will let people know.
Yeah.
So if it's things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever we can do. I just appreciate everything you've done, and there are a lot of local people,
there
are starting to get involved and reaching out to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be a situation where we go to city council. I don't know. I don't know because she's abusing resources.
Yeah. We'll speak privately.
All right. Sounds good, girl.
I don't want to.
No, I don't want to give her ideas.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I know. Every time there's a live where people post in Reddit and share things, she saves that and uses it for herself.
I know she does. I went through that when I was
fake Zennial. There's the fake Zennial hippie is in here.
Mods can block it.
Yep. I mean, just seriously, go get a different name. Like, why?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Anyways, but yeah. So I appreciate you, and
yeah, no problem.
It's good to see you back.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Janelle.
Hi, everybody's always asking about tea.
Yes, she gets a big box, y'all. We as soon as I figure it out, because they changed everything since I've been. There she is, hi Tinny.
Coopers, are you sleeping? You just had lunch, huh?
Tinny, hi gorgeous.
I took her piggies down last night to give her head a break. I give her a break.
I love her.
She went up the stairs, the big steps, all by herself, you guys, last night. And she has... Yep, this is the second time this week she's done it. So our pain is definitely getting better. So I just figured everybody always asks.
Yes, we love her.
It's one of those things. But before you end with the G thing, there is one thing that is so blatantly obvious, and I would love for her to explain this.
Sure.
So you mean to tell me that the doctor put her on the PRO medicine in while they were trying, which is supposed to hang on to a baby, right? But yet when you supposedly get pregnant, they don't put you back on that medication immediately to keep it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that a lot of it is interesting. And a lot of it doesn't make sense either.
Nope, I am with you on it. This all stemmed from the count.
Yeah,
The missing count.
it's going to be really hard for me to change mine.
Yeah. Well, because the first thing she said wasn't excitement. It was, I flushed them, I took them back. The first thing she came out of the gate was how to ditch those or make an excuse for where they went. That's my opinion. So
Yeah, I agree. I just haven't had time to, hold on, let me get this back. I haven't watched, first of all, I haven't watched all footage, right? I stopped watching stuff like that, especially because I had so many other things to deal with. I stopped, what up, Squishy? I stopped watching a lot of that stuff. This is just,
no. Nope.
yeah, I can't take it. I feel terrible for the people that that did watch and suffered through that. I really did. It's sad to me, and I can't imagine. So I think that's. I can't do that. I can't. Hi, Meepers. I could only report it. They're not going to give us information because of HIPAA.
Right.
So it's kind of just something like, here you go do an investigation, right? Hi, Pandora.
All right, we'll hop down. I'm going to let you do your thing. We're going to go.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. What do you mean, Scruples? Bye, Tinny. I'll talk to you soon.
He says, sure.
Yeah, I love Tinny. I love Tinny. She's one of my favorite dogs. Listen, y'all, I know, and it hurts my heart that she uses it. It really does. Because it's such a sensitive, it's such a sensitive topic. And I don't know if y'all were here, but recently, hi Nikki, recently I was talking a lot about how boundaries, right? And how just because one person does things one way doesn't mean the internet is going to abide by those same rules. Does that make sense? Do you all understand where I'm going with it? Because people do go way too far. If you're not, yes, YouTube. If you're not committing crimes, I don't give a fuck what you do. But if you're posting, what up, Mommy and Beast? If you're posting people's deceased loved ones and stuff, I can't. I can't justify it in any way. And that's what I was talking about. I feel like just because there are certain things I won't do, right? Even as far as people that I've covered, I appreciate you, Aaron. I've edited public information. I don't have to do that. It's a courtesy that I give people. Thank you. Yeah, my life, it's been, y'all, I've been so, appreciate you, distracted with yeah, that's what I'm saying, Regina. And I really do feel for the women that have been there. I really do. I tried to do some research on, because I know that the medication that she took is the, normally it might be given in combination, hi Sarame, with another medication in order to, right? And the information I found is a little weird, but I'm not a doctor, right? And the contraindications of said medicine were pretty interesting. Now, Yeah, it's super weird. I'll just read some of them, and I was like, imagine that. Because I don't know who follows Dog Digital, okay? I don't know if you follow Dog Digital, but I love that fucking account. I love that account. Because I don't know if it's a male or a female, so I really don't want to, like, use the wrong pronouns, but on point, and they put the research into it. Y'all, I saw a picture of my hair came up on this day. I had a bald head in 2023. I'm trying to get to the screenshot. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. Because, hi. In such patients, the drug may be prescribed if the patient has a negative serum pregnancy test within 2 weeks prior to starting treatment. Hold on. Will begin treatment only on the second or third day of the next normal menstrual period. I took this screenshot yesterday. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Weird. Weird. That's super weird. Yeah, I agree. And I think that there's a motive. I think there's a motive. Financial one, obviously. And unfortunately, listen, hi. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to move on. If you get an ultrasound done in the morning and then you get an ultrasound done that night, there is never going to be that much of a difference. I also want to say, my kids, both kids, heartbeat at 6 weeks. Just my opinion. No HCG. No fetal pull. No pregnancy. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? No sac. Correct. I know. Now, don't get me wrong. Hold on. Let me back up a second so somebody doesn't twist the fuck out of my words. There can be different radiology texts that interpret differently, but it is never, you hear me? It is never going to be that much of a difference. Ever. It wasn't even 24 hours. How is that possible? Also, what the fuck is the A on the my chart? And why does some my chart screenshots have her picture, but the other one just has a G? Tech would never give you the results. Absolutely not. They're not, even like as a nurse, nurses can't diagnose. And it really drives me crazy. Hi, Anya. It drives me crazy, okay, that she triangulates with professionals. She blames it on the professional because she's lying and people are calling her on it not making sense. I promise you, no medical professional on this fucking planet would say it's a practice run. Ever. There are like ethical boundaries that medical professionals have to abide by. And you're getting on this app and you are slandering those people, slandering them, while telling other people that they're just not as smart as you. Girl, you have a 4th grade education. Who the fuck are you smarter than? My 22-year-old kids are smarter than you. It would never happen. They would never say, that's what I think too, Rich. Actually, that's what I agree with right there. It would never happen. And like, and it's sad, but she just gets on this internet and slanders people. People that have a professional responsibility to their job. And I know Gabby may not understand job. I know that's like a fucking foreign term to her. But you can't get on, thank you. You can't get on here and say that. I agree. And I do want to say, I was under the impression that CPS told her no more telehealth. I don't know how she's getting away with it, y'all. But doctors, nurses, radiology techs, these people, I agree that it's dangerous, and just so everybody understands, that's what I'd be hitting her as. Misinformation. CPS is watching. I promise you they're watching. And if she decides to stop all of her psych meds, they're going to have a problem with that safety plan. Mental health, unmanaged mental health was a very big part of this safety plan. It's the 3rd that I'm aware of. I agree, Lori, but in my opinion, I agree, Sugar. That's another thing too. No medical professional would have told her to abruptly stop all those medications. No. And yet she's getting on this internet and saying that. Thankfully, there aren't many people that believe her, okay? God forbid a pregnant woman hears her say that, right? Oh, my doctor just said to stop taking them abruptly. And they think it's okay, and you hurt that woman. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Hi, Kim. I'm sorry. It does put you, especially, it depends on how long you've been on that medication, etc. Especially meds that have, listen, I've known pregnant women that were using H, and the doctor did not tell them just stop. They can advise a safer route, but it is never gonna be just stop, because your body goes into shock with certain medications, especially controlled substances, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I really apologize to all the women that have dealt with loss, and it's gross. It really is disgusting the way that she uses that as a means to profit and for attention. Stop giving it to her. Stop giving it to her. I even at this point, I know it's so frustrating, especially for somebody like you that has that knowledge there. Stop giving her the attention. Fuck it. And to the people that claim to be this girl's friend, I hope I never have a friend like you. Hi, Mahalo. Thank you, Linda Lou. I hope that I never have friends like y'all. Hold on, I'm sorry. I missed that, Squish. No, I didn't see that, but I think that was the last one. Or did she do that again? Y'all, I haven't kept up with it. I'm just being honest. I haven't. I've collected some clips and attached some screenshots of that documentation and sent it in, but I'm gonna write a more detailed statement for higher ups, if you will. I know, and I'm sorry. I really feel sorry. And for her to say, at least you have your baby. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Karma's a bitch. Karma sees all, everything, okay? Has no expiration date and always collects. The statements that Gabby has made, I would be very surprised if she was given any child. And to say, it's like I really hate that I'm about to say this, but it's the way I feel. It's like a do-over for her. And she said something this morning about, what if there was something wrong with him? You are what's wrong with that boy. You are what's wrong with that kid. And it's disgusting. But that's the way I feel about it. And I know she weaponizes God. And I understand it may not be my thing, right? But people, God hates liars, Gabby. God hates liars, bitch. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it a lot, y'all. I'm just being honest. Obviously, when something like this goes on, even though I'm not posting Gabby content, my notifications go wild. I appreciate you. Thank you. But the only time that I'll really entertain it is when there's a crime there. Because someday, some way, she's going to be held accountable. It might be 3 years from now, but it'll happen. Because let me tell you something, every time she pulls this shit and she gets away with it, okay, it emboldens her to go a little further. She has gotten this far partially because we engage. We engage. Shut her out. No attention. Zero. That's what I would do. Well, Ellie, that's the other side of it, right? And that's how people like myself get involved, because I don't want anybody to listen to what she's saying over there, because it's dangerous. And that's kind of how I get here. I would watch a restream too. That's just my opinion, you know. But Jane, we never could. We never could. We can't control. I know that people think that, like, people listen to me. I promise you they don't. I promise you they don't. Because I have been saying for 4 fucking years, watch a replay. Stay out of there. It's unfortunate. And sadly, it might take somebody getting hurt for somebody to really pay attention. I don't need to tell y'all not to be live with a green screen behind you, right? That's another one. It's sad. Tay-Tay, hold on a second. My memory. Okay, I thought you was somebody else. Sorry. Yeah, where is Nikki? What's going on with her? I thought she was gonna come back, Mouse Potato. And here's the thing. I understand that. That's why I really don't block supporters. Because I want them to sit here. I want them to listen to what is being said. And I understand. Yes, Kai too. I want people to understand that, and I really don't mean this in a bad way, she targets a specific demographic of people. Do you understand? I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm not saying it. I'm just, it's a process for her. And I don't understand that the people that sit over there and stroke her ego, because y'all are a big part of the problem. People need to be telling her the truth. And then maybe, and I mean maybe, there's a chance at her to get better. But until she understands that she is the problem, it's going to continue. And it's sad. It's sad, but it's the truth. Right, Melanie? They're going better. I have headaches a lot more frequently now. I understand. And is it possible that like my patience, that it affected my patience? Listen, he's a bitch. You hear me? That is the least version of a man I've ever seen in my life. I can't imagine. Did you see that bathroom? Y'all, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. I don't understand, okay, how? Ugh, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to be mean. I'm just like, right, I know. Me too, Anya. Me too. Right, kitchens, I'm the same way. But I'm a little bit of a neat, hi Dirty Hooker. I'm a little bit of a neat fan anyway. I really have a problem. Right, I've seen clean a bathroom, stop. Right, and you know what I find crazy though, Purple? Oh, he's 100% in on it. Hi, Blessed. 100%. He sits there and allows her. Let me tell you something, y'all. I say this a lot, right? When I was in active addiction, okay, and I would have to deal with CPS, I used to look at my ex-husband and tell him I was the problem on paper because I had positive drug tests, right? I would look at my ex-husband and I would tell him I will pack my shit and I will leave. If it means my kids being able to stay in their home with their father, I will pack my shit and fucking leave. I don't understand these parents that have CPS involvement and don't do that. This is like a new, I don't want to say breed of people, but kinds of. The internet has changed. Anytime CPS knocked on my door, they told me to jump. I said, bitch, hell high. Okay? And I wasn't on the internet putting it in front of their face that I was just refusing. So I don't understand these mothers that have CPS involvement and do not go to any lengths to make sure that their children are safe. I don't understand it. It makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Because whatever they said to do, bet. No problem. I don't know if I believe that. Right. It is not. It's not normal in my world. And I was in active addiction. And I still would make sure that my kids were in a situation that they were comfortable in. It's crazy to me. I've never seen these people do this where they're just like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want publicly so that thousands of people could watch. I've never seen that until the internet. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, right, I know. It's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. And it's sad. It's sad because nobody's perfect. I do want to say this really quick. I understand that there is no perfect parent. I understand that we've all made mistakes in one way or another, right? But at least some of us was smart enough, I guess, not to film those fucking mistakes and put it on the internet. And legitimately just be like to CPS. I think that CPS is one of the state agencies that hold the most power. The most power. When I first got clean, I was mandated to treatment. It's possible. It is possible. And oh my God, I saw that and that is sad. Hi, Binky. This is just my opinion. I don't have any knowledge that this is the way it's going. If I were the judge in this dependency hearing, I would be doing the same. Hi, Beans. I would be mandating mental health treatment. At least a 6-month minimum. And Aaron will have to grow a pair of balls and learn how to be a goddamn parent. But it's possible. It's possible. That judge has more power than she thinks. Mental health compliance is a thing in the safety plane, yes. Miss Meow, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't understand how they're able to just be openly defiant. And CPS is like, okay, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to come off. Also, real quick, if you are a social worker, a mandated reporter, or a guardian ad litem, CASA, interchangeable in some states, please contact me because I need your assistance with something that has to stay private, okay? But I need some help in certain areas, and it's not regarding G, and I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I need some help. I'll talk to you privately. Just contact me, please. I think that I've never seen it where people are just like, fuck you, I'm gonna continue to do what I want publicly, and it gets ignored. And they try to hide behind this excuse, and I mean excuse, that what they say on this internet is shit. It's for entertainment purposes only. I promise you, they're watching. They're watching. I hadn't had an update with the people that are in touch with DCF over there. But the last time I did was probably about a week ago, and they knew nothing about a pregnancy. And I'll just leave it there. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, things could have changed since that last conversation. They're watching. I promise you they're watching. They are. Also, I agree, Dawn. I don't, and I know that sometimes, like, people take my words and make it mean something else. I am not saying that it is okay. I am not saying that any part of this is okay. I'm just relaying details of what I know about. I also think it's incredibly sad for a almost 5-year-old to think that there's babies in heaven. Or having the 5-year-old console you. I never seen anything like it. I have never, listen, I say it all the time, I've never seen some shit like the shit I see on this app, y'all. It is. And that's what's crazy to me, is that when, how can I say this? Most mothers, parents in general, right? Interchangeable. Fathers are a little different just because of that stereotypical man stuff. But most of us would shield our kids from that. And my mom was the same way. I talk about it in my book, how I never saw, my mother had me at 16, okay? I never saw her break a sweat. I never saw her cry. I never saw that. And that's all he knows. And it's terrible to me. It's terrible. Because they grow up with an unsure internal security. Does that make sense? Right. It's right. I would do it in private. Listen, I remember getting in my car and crying. It doesn't register to me having that. Right. It's so sad to me. It really is. I know, Mahalo. I know. And I do believe the kids deserve privacy as well. I think that, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would go, hi, Luann. I used to have to go to my college classes 2 hours early to get a parking spot. Okay? And I would sit there and it's manipulative, you're right. I would sit there and just bawl my eyes out. I would never do that in front of my kids. I don't even think I do that. Like, my kids are grown, y'all. My son is 22, my daughter's 21. I would say that the only time they've seen me cry was like when my mother died or my dad. Like, they don't, I don't know. It's super strange to me, like when people use their kid to do that. And I feel like it's very unfortunate. It's sad. I know. Listen, y'all, this economy, right, grief, not abuse, right. I understand. I get it. Well, you know what? My dog dying might have been another one. Hi, Black Dove. How are you? I'm sorry. I know children are not therapists. And you got to remember that a lot of times their developmental level, they can't compute that, right? So you're just creating this chaos and this confusion. And if you know anything about like personality psychology, like by the time that they're 12, the personality is pretty much set. So you're creating that anxious, that like, right? It's sad. It is emotional abuse. You're right. And it's unfortunate because I don't think that she has the maturity level to understand, hi, how are you? The level of trauma. And let's just say he started therapy now, right? He will be incredibly insecure, you're right. It creates this trauma, and even if he went into, you know, some type of therapy right now, it would be a lot to work through. And it's unfortunate that instead of trying to reassure him, she's got her face in the phone. I can't even, negative. I agree, Beans. It's like and not even have the emotional maturity to be like, hey, I think that, okay, so we're adults, most of us, right? I think that as parents, we can recognize the mistakes that we've made as parents, but she doesn't. Therefore, you know, she's talking about another baby. What are you going to do different with this one? Because you're still fucking sitting on your phone 12 hours a day. Hi. You have to be present and engage. So what's going to be the difference? It's really unfortunate to me. It really is really, and that's true too, right? Becca, he's going to be old enough to look on the internet. And that's sad to me. That's sad to me. What up, Chuck? And that's another thing too. Like, you're talking about going to Disney. I know that was the topic this morning. Hi, how are you? You're a Florida resident, so it's relatively cheap to go to Disney. So if you can't afford to take your child to Disney, maybe you shouldn't be trying to have another baby. No. Is that a no? Right, and that's what I'm trying to say too, W, is that, like, we could all improve our parenting. Right? She just thinks that she's doing the right thing. I don't know. Hi, Sports Mom. Yeah, I think that that's another part, is that she's deflecting away from the lawyer. It's actually cheap. No, if you live in Florida, it's cheap to go to Disney. It's like, I think it was $150 for a 3-day pass. It's super. When you're a Florida resident, right, you get discounted rates. Right, and that too, like, I don't know. Right, so it's super cheap. Listen, that's the thing. That's a good thing. I saw you, minimal loans. I saw you. Right, Morgan, when you're a Florida resident, it's so much different. If you can't, the walking is a lot, right? She can't even fuck. I know, it's sad. It breaks my heart. How am I doing the donations for Thanksgiving? I'm accepting them until Wednesday. Listen, Beans, I'm working on it. What did I say? Wednesday at noon Eastern? Wednesday at noon Eastern. But you know what I did, y'all? You know what I did? I can't show you because there's personal information on it. But I made, hold on. I made documents regarding everybody that is oh, you know what? Actually, thank you, because there are a couple, hold on. There are a couple of people that I don't have the location. I'm going to say a first name. If you emailed me, because I'm screen recording to put this on YouTube. If you've already emailed me, I can't take anybody else, and I apologize. I need Taylor, 5 people. I need a location for pickup or delivery. Dwight, 6 people from Walmart. I need a location or a pickup, delivery, at place. Sherry, 7 people, Walmart. I need either the pickup or delivery. Crystal, 3 people, Walmart, same. Desiree, 4 people, Walmart, same. There's a video, a couple of videos back with my payment apps, which, just so you know, I made separate ones for this, okay? Michelle, 4 people, Walmart, same. Jan, 9 people, Aldi's, same. Christilo, 3 people Walmart, same. Jill, 5 people Walmart, the same. I need the location, or if you're having it delivered, I need a delivery address. Viola, 5 people Walmart, same. I don't think that one took. There are a couple of people that took themselves off the list, so they are in my like roster of names. Tara, 3 people Walmart, I need the same. There are 49 families on this list. The math that I did for when I posted that video, there are people that said that they got it for whatever reason, like they got their food stamps dispersed, whatever. They told me to take them off the list, so I did. But if you emailed me before I posted that video, hold on, let me get to it so that I can speak correctly, because I don't want to be wrong and then I fuck everybody up. I posted a video 2 days ago. This video, as you could probably tell, if you emailed me prior to me posting that video, you are included on the roster. I'm going to do my best to take care of the 250 people that are on this list, and that's why I shut it down, because I didn't want to turn people away. I don't do well at turning people away, and I know that I could take care of these people. I don't want to take more and risk not being able to. Does that make sense? We did it last year, but I did it differently last year. I gave people gift cards, and that alone took me hours, okay? But I think we did 18, maybe 20 families last year. This is a lot more. I was getting a lot of emails asking if I was going to do anything for Thanksgiving. And so I knew kind of that it was going to be more. I had no fucking idea that there would be 50. Actually, there was 54 families on that list, but people, when they got their food stamps or whatever, they told me to take me off the list. I made sure. Are you sure? They said yes. I did not respond. Other ones, hold on, I'm sorry. Other ones that emailed before if you emailed, I'm actually going to start going and responding today. If you emailed me before that video was posted, you're on this roster. Yes, mahalo. If you emailed, I don't want to say your name, but everybody that emailed me before that video was made, you are included in this list to get. Now, I'm going to do it in sections. I think that I'll take care of, as I don't know if I should do it as the donations are coming in. Hi, Money Swipers, or if I should wait until the end. I prefer, there was somebody that asked in my comment section if there was a Kentucky Fit. There is. If you want to take care of it, contact me. There you go. If somebody's in the, I feel sorry if I take more people. The math on this was over $2,000, and I'm using Walmart, Target, Aldi's, Amazon. They all have like these Thanksgiving $40 for 10 people. So I'm using that. So I'm just using the math on that. However, I've taken people off since then. But I'm stopping the donations on Wednesday. I will take care of, if there's a difference, I will take care of it. I'm sorry, this is so bad. I apologize. How are you getting the people? They're either going to pick it up at this preferred store or it'll be delivered. That's how. I mentioned it yesterday. I had a problem last year with the amount of orders for gift cards I was putting in. So I spoke to Walmart, because a lot of them, I'll tell you right now, a lot of them are Walmart. A lot of them were Walmart orders, right? So I spoke to Walmart because I don't want you to block my card. I don't want y'all to do that. Okay? So, hold on. How many was it? Most of them were Walmart. There was almost 40 orders for Walmart alone. Right? So, but there's over 250 people on this list. I had no idea that it would be that many. But now that I have them, you don't have hot dogs at your local Walmart. So, I don't know, Cookies, but they did. I guess they thought because I was ordering it so fast. So, I made sure that I could call them and take care of it. Because I don't want them to do that. No, Vicky. Where do you donate? In my video that I posted, it says Thanksgiving 2025. In this video, I got new specific payment apps for this reason. So, Queen, I just feel bad. Most of them, yes. I feel bad. If I open it up again, right, I will feel terrible if people ask and I can't get it done. And when I saw the emails were just bang, 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 I actually planned on leaving the time to send me an email. I planned on leaving it open for like 25 hours. I couldn't. Because if I did that, I'd have to turn people away. And I would feel really bad doing that. But at the same time, I also have to be mindful of the amount of money that it is. Do you understand? Yeah, so I figure, right, exactly. It's listen, I'm so disappointed in the way that we're going, the way the country's going. You know? It's disappointing, but it's like food, really? Really? A basic? Hold on, y'all. I got a puzzle piece and my hands are not stable anymore. I really feel terrible. Right? It's like Maslow, right? Like basic needs. Food. People need food. And it's really sad. It's I don't want to get political. But it really hurts my heart. And a lot of these people, I agree. A lot of people sent me really heavy stories, and it makes me really sad. It makes me really sad. Hi, Green Eye Girl. How are you? It just, you know. And I try to, yeah. Scruples. I hope that everything is going better than it was. I try to help where I can, right? And I know that the people on my platform are capable of doing really amazing things. And last year, when I did the DV shelter for Christmas, right? Good. I kind of regretted it because I wish that I gave back more to the people that support me, right? Like I took it to an outside place because I thought it was a good idea at that point in time. And I'm glad that those kids got Christmas because they wouldn't have gotten it without us. However, I would prefer to keep it within my community. And that's why this year I decided I don't want to get on here and ask people for money all the time. Like, I don't want to do that. That's why I said, I know Feisty has Christmas taken care of. I do plan on doing like a toy drive. I just don't have the details yet. And I agree with that too, though, Anya. I just feel like people can't afford to pay their fucking rent at this point. And that's really sad. It's sad to me because they're not getting paid enough. And like people like Lori fucking Jones, when there are people that are legitimately busting their fucking asses, working 2-3 jobs, right, and they're trying to maintain, and they can't. But you got people like her. It drives me crazy, dude. It drives me crazy. Listen, and I'm sorry. I know that there are a lot of people struggling. I understand. And that too, Ketty. Like, I don't know. I just feel like food is something that people shouldn't have to worry about. Food security is a problem in this country, and I just feel like we're not doing what we should. But however, I'm a very like empathetic type person, so I lean a different way than most would, right? And that's terrible. Nobody should have to choose between that. And I don't know what the solution is. I really don't, right? Children are going, like, and their excuse is, oh, public schools have, public schools feed you, right? But that's high tech. How are you? But that doesn't. I don't know. It frustrates me, and I don't want to vomit that onto y'all. But if you can help, in my video, it's there. Last year, I know people get super upset that I don't get on this bitch and out the people that I've helped with one thing or another. That's not what I do here. I don't do good things to get a pat on the back. I do them because it's who I am at my core. So it's super fucking strange that people feel like I owe them who I've helped. Super weird. Right, it's crazy. Why don't you worry about helping people? Then maybe you won't be so worried about me. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy. No, mahalo. See, I can't watch it. I can't keep up with the state that we're in. I just can't. It makes me really emotional. There was a food drive at the Daytona Speedway. Like a week, maybe last weekend. Hi, smokers. The line for people on that line went back to 95. And I understand that people may not know that distance, but it went through multiple different lights for people waiting on that line for food. That's terrible. It's sad. Right, mahalo, that's what I'm saying. I can't do it. It's sad. And I can't imagine, like, I can't imagine. It really breaks my heart that people have to decide to like feed themselves or pay their light bill. Because you'll always feed your kids first, right? Like that'll always be the first. Oh my goodness, oodles, that's terrible. I would do it too though. I would do it too, so I can't say anything. Right? And like when you look at items that are the most stolen, it's like baby food. Formula. Let me tell you something, I would do it too. If I could not afford to feed my kids, I would steal that shit. 100%. 100% mass up. That's not Gabby, I get it, but I know people, I wasn't really around for this because I was dealing with the head injury, but Feisty was one time live and she was like talking about like her past, and she was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like if you are not the kind of person that, right, elderly too, it makes me so sad. If you're not the kind of person that would do anything to feed your kid, you're probably not the right people to be over here. Right, 100%. Yeah, it's that's a good idea, Mahalo. Maybe I should do that. That's a good idea. I know we did one in Baltimore when Izzy White was thieving those homeless people on the internet, we did something like that. But I fear that it would be, I guess this, I'll think about it. It's terrible. I can't even, it's really sad to me. And it's sad what happened to him. Oh, I don't know, but he had to stop juicing and he looks very sick. Yeah, it's terrible. It's so terrible to me. But I'm gonna go. I hope that I see you. Yeah, I heard, but the government, but at the expense of what? Like, I heard that they decided to reopen, but right, that's what I'm saying. Oh, hello. Hi, Stacia. I hope you're doing all right. Healthcare. And I don't know. There are a couple of things that I feel like should be basic. And right. Oh, he's so big, y'all. He's so big. I miss the dogs. I never thought I'd say that. But I was watching a video about something from last year. I was looking to see if I said something, and Charlie came up in my live and he kissed me on my cheek, and I was like, oh, I miss them. Right, basic human rights. And I just feel like we could be doing better. Now, granted, I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a politician, but I just feel like we could be doing better than we are. And it really makes me sad for a lot of people. Yeah, Charlie, I know. I was thinking about it the other day. Yeah. My sister is, she's doing her best. It's a lot. Like, you gotta remember, my sister is 20. She lost my mom and had a baby within a year. And I know it's a lot of changes, and she's young. It's difficult, but hi, y'all. Is my brother doing okay? Yeah, he's supposed to come and see me. We'll see how that goes. Because you gotta remember, like, I was their staple, but I walked this line, right? Because they gotta make their own mistakes. They have to learn, and I don't want to be like down their neck because I'm not their mom. So I kind of just like exist back in the background. Like, if you need me, I'm here, but not like pressure them, you know? It's difficult. It's been fun. But I hope that y'all have a good day. I got completely distracted, so maybe I'll try to do a live tomorrow with the topic I intended. What is the difference? The age difference? I was 23 when my brother was born, and my son was 6 months old. I was 24 when my sister was born, and I had just had my daughter because my kids are 12 months apart, 12 months and 2 weeks. But my sister, they're all 6 months apart. I love your face, Lily. Right? So I was 23 and 24. Yeah, and you gotta remember, like, I had my own family, so I wasn't a constant until I got when I got clean. I decided to move next to my mom because my mom could hold me accountable, you know? And we got real close then because they were in high school. My mom had just gotten injured, so I was doing a lot of the day-to-day activities. Yeah, and then my mom got sick a couple of years later, so things happen for a reason, right? Yeah, it's oh wow, Tara, that's crazy. Yes, I'll probably be alive tomorrow because I wanted to discuss the investigation documents on the Family Foundation School. They're pretty disgusting. So I wanted to talk about that, but we got distracted because I do need some things regarding that There I go again. I'm trying to be nice. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. I hope that everybody has a good day. Donations will be accepted until Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Payment acts are in the video that I posted. If I said your name regarding you requesting help for Thanksgiving, please contact me with the location that you are either picking the order up or the delivery address where you are needing it delivered. All right. I hope that y'all have a good day. Try to be careful in these TikTok streets because, and please just ignore that insane bitch. Okay. Yes, I appreciate y'all. Thank you.